It's a Snickerdoodle cookie.
A Snickerdoodle. Isn't that fun to say, Snickerdoodle?
Not only is it fun to say, but they're fun to eat. So instead of a traditional Snickerdoodle, which is always spiced with cinnamon sugar, I'm spicing this one with Chinese 5-spice instead.
Oh!
That's right. So
a
they're a little
classy big city Snickerdoodle.
Exactly. So we're gonna start by whisking up our dry ingredients here. Actually,
I can do that. No.
I'm gonna do this first, sorry, because I have this really great tip. So you know how Snickerdoodles have that nice cakey texture to them?
If I made them, I would know that, yes.
The way you get that cakey texture is by making sure that you whip the butter, the eggs, and the sugar together for a nice bit so they get nice and fluffy. In here I'm actually starting with brown butter, which is a nice way.
You let butter bubble and cook over moderate heat until it literally smells like nuts.
Yeah, and it tastes nuts.
And
let me tell you.
It tastes nutsy delicious.
It tastes so good. It's nice and nutty.
So brown butter.
Brown butter, 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
You can throw that brown sugar in there. And a little bit of white sugar as well. And then I'm gonna turn that on a medium heat. And we're just gonna let that whip while we mix up the dry ingredients.
Gotcha.
So over here we have some flour.
Here, I'll whisk.
You can whisk that up. I'm gonna save that for the topping. A little bit of salt goes in, and some baking soda. So Chinese 5-spice is obviously a mixture of 5 spices. So it has cinnamon like a regular Snickerdoodle would, but it also has Szechuan peppercorns. So
that's right. It's got a little tingly.
They're nice and tingly. It also has some star anise, some fennel, which I know you love in your cookies.
I love fennel in cookies.
And there's a 5th spice that I forget what it is, so who cares? I forgot. All right, put in a little bit of vanilla, and then slowly we just add in our dry ingredients. We can skip that here for this
Okay, fine,
time.
skip it.
And now we're gonna mix up what we coat the cookies in. So we have a little bit of white sugar here, some Chinese 5-spice, and then I'm gonna mix that up.
Is it clove?
With a fork.
Maybe it's clove.
It might be clove.
I don't know.
All right, she's Googling.
It is, it's clove, I win!
Clove.
I win!
You win!
I win!
You win Christmas!
I won Grant!
You know, I'm gonna take you off the naughty list now, just because you got that one right.
Oh.
All right, once that is nice.
I kind of like being on the naughty list. It means I'm living a balanced life.
Yeah. So I like to let the dough chill for a little bit so it gets nice and firm. And then all you have to do is just scoop it with a little, I like to use these cookie scoops. They're all the same.
So you end up with the cookies that are all same shapes and sizes.
Yep. And then you just roll them in.
And they're balls, and I love to say balls.
And then you roll your balls.
Roll your balls.
And then I like to cook them on a parchment-lined sheet tray because they, since they have that sugar on the bottom, you want to make sure you're using a non-stick surface. And then it gets nice and caramelized.
Rolled sugared balls.
And crispy. And they look like this when they're all done.
Ta-da!
Look at those. They're so good.